Okay, so when Herman originally threw me in the street, literally, slid my Marshall down after me, it's Amsterdam in the wintertime. It's almost snowing outside. I don't even think I really had a real coat. I'd come from LA, which means you have no clothes. And I had like, probably my fishnet stockings on and a shredded skirt and God only knows what, and guitar. And, I had no place to go. And so I was asking passerbys on the street. Now I didn't think Herman was going to die at that point, but it was the middle of winter and nobody said, hey, why don't we drive you to the airport? Or, we're sorry, this didn't work out. How about we have some dinner and, whatever. They knew that immigration had my taste. They just see ya. You assholes. Anyway, so I was literally asking people passing by on the street if I could go home and sleep on the couch. And after about, a whole lot of weird looks, one guy walking by said, yeah, sure, you can sleep on my couch. So this was a drummer who had played with Peter in bands for years, way before that. And so he knew Peter, he kind of knew Herman, he knew who I was, and he said I could go ahead and sleep on his couch. So Herman shoves I said, where's my amplifier? He shoves my Marshall down the stairs in the anvil case. It's the last thing. And I go off with this guy, Dave Dubé, who I'd never met before, but told me who he was. So we go to his house. It's late. He's a speed dealer. He supplied Herman's friend, Peter, with tons of stuff, and Peter supplied Herman with tons of stuff. So this was the headwaters of the source. Anyway, that's a lot of stuff. I never knew. I mean, here in the States, when I was playing before, maybe it's like, oh, I've got some cross tops, or somebody said, I didn't know crystal meth. I don't think it was around on the streets those days. If it was, it sure wasn't in my, little, suburban rock and roll world. So anyway, I go with him to his house, and I'm exhausted, and of course I'm just distraught. I'm just heartbroken. Not so much because I loved Herman, but why was Coach so rough on me? And, just on an ethical level, I thought these people were at least decent friends, Anyway, it was a pretty rough landing. And so I thought, but I'm doing okay. And so Dave Dubé is like, you want some wine? Here, have a line of this. He's getting me real stoned. And I thought, well, this could, it's okay. He lived near the Anne Frank house, so it was one of those small upper things. And when it came bedtime, I said, I'm really tired. I'd like to get to sleep now. Where's the pillow, blankets? I can, And he goes, oh, he said, those couches are very expensive. Yeah, it was snowing by then. I said, yeah, but he goes, you can't sleep on it. You have to sleep in the bed. I'm like, why? And he goes, you're a girl. You might have your period and bleed on it and ruin it. And I'm like, I don't think. He's like, no, you can't. I'm sorry. You have to sleep with me. I said, I really don't. And he goes, you have. Okay, there's the door. So there I am, my guitar, my amplifier, no coat. Amsterdam fucking winter, no place to sleep yet. Really, literally on the street. And I thought to myself, and he was fucking serious. He was, and this is where it came down, and this was it. This was the breaking point. I remember writing a song even shortly thereafter, but I didn't write it all the way. There's been a couple of those that are just too painful to even finish. But the line was something about the silent screams of a virgin whore. And that was it. I could make it through all the other stuff, and the betrayal and all that. But that last straw. And I'd never, I was a rock and roll chick. I lived through the 70s. I think I was even kind of raped once. The guy just would do it, But it wasn't anyone I knew. It wasn't like this. Oh, you can come home and sleep on my couch. It's okay. I'll take care of you, little girl. I know your friends, And I thought to myself, okay, what are my choices? I can go outside and literally die in the Amsterdam winter. It's snowing. I mean, how long would I last? 4 or 5 hours, maybe? And what's the point? Or, this is where I am. This is where I'm stuck. This is what life's brought me. And then also the thing inside the back of my head, I mean, now I know, while I was compressed in this situation over the next few weeks, it occurred to me pretty darn soon that when I was a little rock and roll asshole and had my record deals and was one of the hottest little pieces of crap in Hollywood, I mean, it truly was. I was we didn't have a lot of, not only did we not have girl bands, but Dwayne Hitchings, the guy who said, who got me the audition with the Runaways, told my mother, and I never heard this till later, that he said that he thought I was in the top 10 bass players in LA, male or female, so I was very, very good at what I did. So anyway, when I did those things and I was on top of the world, I was such a fucking little shit ass that I thought it was funny. Well, not shit ass, I was insensitive, let's put it that way. I thought it was funny when we drove down Hollywood Boulevard, or Sunset Boulevard, on the way to gigs and stuff with our producer, and to yell out the window at the street hookers, the girls on the corners. And I go, hey, you fuck my dog for a quarter? She go, fuck you, I'm gonna kill you, and then I'd hit the next block, would whiz by, and I go, hey, did you, I'd say something really rude, like, would you do my mother upside down and inside out, just rude stuff, just enough to get them going. And so what I thought was so funny was to have a whole line of them, right? They go, fuck yeah, I'm gonna kill, hey, you bitch, like that. And so I'd, see several blocks, and I thought that was funny. Now, I was harassed so much in Coos Bay. That's not an excuse, but it is sort of a pecking order thing that happened to me for years. But hey, And I think I didn't tease other people because I didn't think there was, but I just felt that, prostitutes, oh, that's the line. They're below me, they're different than me. I'll never do that. Never. Well, hey, guess what? Silent screams of a virgin whore. And, it's painful. I'm glad it happened because of the person I was before that, and I became after that. In the big perspective, I'd much rather leave this earth having been hurt, but having my heart be softer than the way I was before that.